Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ingeborg, this is A Stitch Too Far and we're going to be talking about cross stitching today. How you all been? It's been a crazy 2 weeks. For me it's been really busy at work, and for some of you it might have been busy preparing for hurricanes. I hope you're all safe, I hope you're all well. We've had Harvey, we've had Irma, we now have Jose coming towards the area. I hope you are all well and safe, and yeah. You may not know this, but part of our kingdom there are some islands in the Caribbean, like St. Martin. Of course we are all concerned about our fellow countrymen over there who are dealing with these storms, as well as people in other areas. So yeah, there's nothing much we can do here than hope they will be safe and raise enough money to help them out after this all has passed. So, not the best way to start a video, I guess, but yeah. How have you been? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had some time to stitch. I did. I've been stitching on 2 projects and I finished them both, so I will show you those. And I've been stashing like a mad woman, so I share some of that, and that's basically all I have to say, I think. Yeah, so let's just show you what I've been stitching on. Of course, I stitched on my fish. Aboriginal art, the Barramundi fish on the top by Ross Originals from Australia. Let's see. I got it from Australia, from a shop in Western Australia. It's not that easy to get, well, at least not over here. So if you're looking for it, let me know, I can get you in touch with that shop. But you should be able to find the internet site of the designer as well, also shows where in which countries they have distributors. Anyway, so this is my husband now. We are officially married. I still don't have an official new last name yet, but yeah, it is being washed out a bit, the fabric. The fabric is oil green by xJudesigns. It's a 40 count linen, and the stitching is done in 4 colors of DMC, a black, a white and 2 kinds of orange. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's some cross hatching in there with long stitches besides the usual cross stitch. So yeah, he's done. And as I planned, I still have the other side for the tortoise. I am thinking to find 2 nice frames, matching frames, probably something rustic looking, and finish the other one, the tortoise, the bottom one, and find a nice place for them. So for now this is going away for a bit because I don't want to do the tortoise straight away. I want to focus on my other whips and get some of those finished too. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. As I mentioned, I loved every minute stitching on it. I like the effect of the cross hatching of 2 colors crossing over each other. I've never seen that before, never done that before, and yeah, all in all, great fun, really enjoyed it. And then I decided to work on my Vase flowered leaves by Arlene, works by ABC on Etsy. I will link her shop below. and I picked my own colors and I have to look them up. I used a 28 count cashel in faded blue by xJudesigns, and I used Spanish olives by Threadworx 1069, NPI silk 183 for the brown border. I used Shabby Red by xJudesign, a cotton thread, hand dyed. I used Dinky Dyes Aussie Gold, and I used Kuranda 213 by Dinky Dyes as well. And I finished it Friday, I think. It's Sunday, by the way, something September. Don't remember. Yeah. It is done, and again it's being washed out. Let's see. Can we do this better? You think I'd be well versed by now in showing you things, but yeah. So yeah, it's finished, and I was saying we need a new name for this, and I've understood that Jimmy Flosstube is working on it. But for me, for now, this name will be the Long and Winding Border. Because wow, that border is something else. It didn't take too long, but if you're doing it 1/1, yeah. It was not a border that you could just stitch, you know, get the hang of the pattern, because you got the hang of the pattern and then you have to turn a corner and the pattern rotates, so you have to think again about how to work it. But yeah, I'm thinking I might turn this into a pillow. I'll have a look in my fabric stash and see if I can find some nice fabrics to go on it. So yeah, but it was great fun. I love the 1/1 on a 28 count. I did 1/1 full cross. And the tricky thing about that was figuring out how to make the crosses go that they wouldn't slip. But other than that, it was fine, and I will do this again on 28 count over 1, but I think I will do it on with 2 strands and then a 10 stitch, try that out, because I love how it looks. I love tiny crosses. That's why I don't usually stitch on the 14 count Ada or 28 count linen for that matter, because I don't like the big crosses. So yeah. That's that. So 2 finishes, and yeah, go check out Arlene's shop, because she's got a lots more of beautiful patterns. And let's see, oh yeah, so I did suffer a bit from a migraine Friday and Saturday, and my migraines, I found out, are induced by straining my neck, so I had a stressful Friday and suffered the consequences. So I've been doing stretching, and now it's all fine, but that meant that yesterday I just didn't stitch too much, but I did pick up in the evening when I was feeling better. I picked up Save the Stitches by a Blackwork Journey by Elizabeth Almond. It's a free pattern. You've seen it around Flosstube if you've been watching for a little while. I'll insert the link below, and I picked it up again after quite a bit, so this is one of my regular whips, and I'm so enjoying working on this again. Oh my gosh, having lots of fun. So I added the black filling in these blocks, and I started filling in with the red metallic thread from here on, and this is row 13, 14 and 15. Oh sorry, block 13, 14 and 15. and loving it again, and I think I will be stitching on this for the next week and see what else I'm in the mood for from my current whips. And if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear what you would like to see me work on. We have Takapuna Beach, we have the garden party, we have Mother Maya, and we have one other. Death by Cross Stitch. So those are the main ones. One of them I will be working on. I'm thinking Mother Maya because that one's close to getting finished too. And that means I can put something else on the scroll bars if I'm done. So yeah, probably that. And I think I'm going to try and work Save the Stitches and see if I can get a finish on that this year. So what else has been going on? Let me check my notes and grab my coffee. Cheers. Yeah, I'm running behind on Flosstube, like most of you are, because I think it was last weekend. Everybody decided to post their videos at the same time. So I went from, I don't know, 10 to 70 videos in my playlist, and there was a gaming conference in the United States where some of the people I follow were posting big chunks of video that I wanted to see. And what else? Some other people posting videos that I wanted to see as well. So Flosstube has been on the back burner and I'm trying to catch up. But yeah, and also on Instagram the same thing. I'm kind of a hit and run person on Instagram at the moment. I go on, post my pic, do a quick scroll and I'm off again. So sorry about that. I get that way when I'm busy with work. But yeah, better times will come. What else? Yeah, but oh yeah, the travel book. I've not yet made my contribution, but there have been many people, and I forgot to mail you, Cindy. I need to do that. Sorry. I'll try and remember. If I forget to mail you, please remind me, Cindy, that I need to do that. But yeah, there has been quite a few people who said they would be interested in participating. I'm not sure how to organize that. So my idea was just to pick the first person who responded and they will receive the book. I think I've contacted them. So if that doesn't work out, then someone else will get contacted. But yeah. There have been people saying that they might want to start their own travel book, which is, you know, perfect, do it. But yeah, it does take a bit of organization because when it comes back to you, you'll have to scan it and find some way to put it on the internet. So now I'm rambling, I think. So yeah, the bottom line is I've not yet worked out what I'm going to put in the book and who I'm going to send it to. I'll keep you posted. And then my mailman brought me something from Germany with a nice card with a hammock, because summer is hammocks and doing nothing. Because Laura at Messy Situation, I won her giveaway of her pasta stash, so I have got my hands on this beautiful summer design by by the Bay. What's it called? By the Bay Needle Art, yeah. And I've been eyeing their designs for a while, and I love their colors, so I'm really looking forward to finding time to stitch this. And she made this beautiful. Look at this. She made this with my name on it. Yeah, love that. Yeah, so what else? Oh yeah, I have been ordering some books from eBay, and some people gave me some good tips on where they get their books from. But I wanted to share with you where I got mine from eBay on the, that's the UK one, so ebay.co.uk. There is a World of Books. They have excellent prices, like £3 plus £1 shipping. So for a lot of good books like this one and this one and this one. So check them out. And the only disadvantage I think is they only have this plastic cover that they send the books in, which is, they could do a little bit better, I think, in protecting the books from getting harmed, but yeah. Mine arrived just fine, so that's that. And I discovered my library has a system where you can order books from other libraries within the Netherlands, and I've ordered a few to look at and see if I wanted to purchase them someday. And they are Dutch books, so I'm not sure if you can get them in translated version, but this is one of them, which is Sampler Motifs by Alberta Meulenbelt Nieuwburg. It's about the symbolism of sampler motifs. So in here she discusses sampler motifs like ships, like people standing near a well, like lions, like deer, like geese, like crowns, like anything that's on a sampler, and she explains where it's from. Now, I can tell you now, like 90% is from Christian religion. So I found out that the ship actually is the representation of the church, the Christian church. And if there are people on it, the captain will be Jesus Christ. And if there are 4 more people on it, they will be the evangelists. So, never knew that, but yeah. So, really interesting. She has short descriptions of what kind of symbol she's discussing and where it originates from. And then she has a truckload of actual designs for those symbols. I'm not going to show you in detail, but yeah. So this whole book, that's like 80% is actual charts. So yeah, for the people who can read Dutch and can find it, might be worth checking out. And then I had to look into Jan Houtman, who is a Dutch designer of samplers. He is actually from my area, or well, he passed away, but he was from my area, and my LNS owner knew him quite well. So he came up during our LNS meeting, and I thought I would go and check out some of his stuff because I've seen it, but his style usually is not my style. His style has lots of alphabets, but yeah, I found one that I really wanted, and I found it through my library. So this is the book. He has a series of books about samplers with different, so he has samplers for, this is for special occasions, and I think he has samplers or sampler borders, or there's a whole series of books from him. Jan Houtman. If you Google him, you'll find maybe some English language versions of as well. But yeah, his samplers are more like this usually, and that's not really my thing. Or like, this one is nice, it's got more of a motif kind of sampler. And this one. But the reason I wanted this book is because of this one. The Indonesia Sampler. And I love every bit of the motifs in it because I have been to the same islands as he is. He was inspired by for this sampler, and I think I even showed you a picture of this specific type of house. That was my inspiration for my color choices that I want to do for Dragons of Sumatra. But yeah, I want to use this sampler and tweak it so that it will reflect my travel to Indonesia. But love it, love it, love it. And the actual design is in the book, because in the end he has all the designs of the samplers that he's showing in this particular book is in the book too. So find these because they are really nice, and it's hard to get his designs anywhere else, I think, besides in the books. And then I was looking for stuff, because I always do, and I stumbled upon a sale at so-and-so, and the prices were so good I could not resist getting just a few patterns, because on average I had a 60% discount on the patterns that I got, and I got some really nice ones, and I will show you. So, Stylish Hummingbird by the Stitching Studio, based on artwork by Todd Jason Baker. Salish are a Native American tribe, as far as I understand, and this guy is either the son or the chief of the chief, or the chief himself, this guy, and he has several drawings that inspired these cross-stitch designs, and this has been on my wish list for quite a bit, so yeah, had to get it. Then we have Victoria Sampler, of course. How could I not get this autumn box? Plus I got the embellishment pack, because the embellishment pack was only £10, where it's usually 60 something pound. So yeah, no brainer. Love this, love the colors. Then I got this one because it made me smile. Primitive Mood Keep by Plum Samplers, which says, she turned it into a pillow, so on one side it says, today, blessings to thee, and on the other side it says, today, a pox upon thee. And I'm kind of like that. If I'm in a bad mood, then yeah, today, a pox upon thee. So then I got Mani di Donna, a Quaker sewing box, which I had to get because look at that. That is gorgeous, and I want to make those kinds of boxes. You can see it in the back. There's a small picture again. And for that kind of money, I'm not gonna let it rot. Then Three Friends. It's a sort of needle keep kind of thing, but a drawn thread, love it. Then this I had to get, Shiver Me Timbers, love it, by, was it by Sue Hillis, of course, yeah. She has those pirate designs and I just love this one. And then I got another snowing one by Just Nan. It's Snowing Men, and it has the embellishments too. I just love that, so cool. So they will go for my Christmas stitching. Then I have another My Big Toe, because some reason I really like all that, well, not all the design, but a lot of them. This is the Quaker one, For Everything There's a Season. I really like it. I love the colors and I love the saying. Then I'm falling in love with Linda Myers. It's her name, right? Yeah. This is her quilt sampler number 1. There were several of them for sale, and I really did think of getting a few more, but I decided, oh my gosh, my pile is already so big. Let's just try and restrain myself a bit. But yeah, I love this one. I love those quilts that she makes. They are cross stitched, but they all are quilt inspired. And then I got 2 books by Leisure Art, Words to Stitch By, and All Creatures Stitched and Small. They are both by the designer from, I think she's from La Di Da, Lori Markovich. And because it was so cheap, I don't want to stitch them all, but there are a few that I would love to stitch, like Because Nice Matters, and I like this one too. The rest are too religious, I think, for me. Not sure what it was, but oh yeah, might be another one that I would like. This one I don't understand at all. It says, mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy, a kid'll eat ivy too, wouldn't you? Is that like a nursery rhyme or something? I've never heard of that. This one I kind of like too. It says, good morning, Mary Sunshine. Why did you wake so soon? You chase all the stars away and shine away the moon. We've all had those mornings, and like a kite feels the wind, you are my friend. That's the one on the left. That's really nice. Sorry, on the right. I like that. And then the other one is just because 2 patterns. Because I am in an elephant mood, so I had to get the elephant. And because this is the weirdest cat I've ever seen, and I don't really enjoy stitching cats, but I might have to stitch that one. Because, what? Yeah, this is the front. I think that's all the pictures that are in here, actually. Yeah, white cat. I don't get that at all, but yeah, I will probably stitch that. So yeah, that's all I have to share. Except for my Dutch random factoid, because I forgot to do one last time, or there wasn't time. But we're back to food, because I was going to start a little food series, and so let's just finish off with that. So last time I talked about food, I talked about the stampot, the mashup, prakken. So mashed potatoes with veggies mashed into them and some kind of sausage or meatball along with that. And then we have a few specific foods that we... I want to say we eat mostly in the winter, but that's not true. Well, I eat them mostly in the winter. So when we have pancakes, pannenkoeken, but not the American pancakes nor the French ones. So the American are the smaller, thicker ones, and the French ones are the larger, really, really thin ones. And we have something in between. We have the large, but not as thick as American pancakes, but thicker than French. I'll try and find a picture. We eat them a lot. Kids love them. If you ask a kid what they want to eat for their birthday, they will usually say pancakes or French fries. So we eat them and we treat them a bit like bread. So we can put on sweet or savory things onto the pancake, like bits of apple or syrup or jam or banana, any kind of fruit, or bacon or cheese or salmon. And we even have pancake restaurants. I think if you really want to have dinner at a traditional Dutch restaurant, most people would say go to a pancake restaurant. I hate them. I'm actually not a big fan of pancakes anyway, but yeah. since I am an aunt, I've been to more pancakes restaurants than I care to remember. Yeah, pancakes, and I will try and insert some pictures. And the other thing is the thick pea soup. There are some variants of pea soup which are very light, and the ones we have are very thick soups, which really are like a winter dish. If you eat one bowl, that's basically a whole meal. And I'll try and find some pictures. And I remember from my childhood that we had winter, usually on Saturdays in the winter, we would have a bowl of pea soup and a pancake for dinner. And then we would just be so stuffed that we wouldn't do anything else. But yeah, so pea soup is very traditional, and the pancakes, and I will save the other things for next time. I hope you are having a good Sunday or whatever day you are watching this. And I hope you're all safe, and hope to see you again in 2 weeks. Bye guys. And I'm back because I think I forgot to say that the books that I collected, the cross-stitch books, I will do a flip through of them, but I will make separate videos for that because I think it's easier for people to find them that way, and it's just easier to upload them that way. So somewhere when I have find some time, I will make a separate flip throughs. Okay, now for real, goodbye. Bye guys.